Good day. Right. Today we want to talk about planning. Yeah, for you to be successful, you need to be a very good planner. Right. So if you want to win in life, you have to plan well. Remember, there is no pilot, right, who sets out to fly without a what? A flight plan. So you have to know that a failure to plan is a plan to fail. So you have to draw your plan nicely. If you want to do something in life, for example, you want to start a business, you have to come up with a business plan. You have to make sure that your business plan is very easy to follow and to reach for. Right. And most of the times you can commit that plan to paper, or you can write it, or you can print it, you can give it like form. You know exactly what do you want to do, because your plan, even if it's actually presented to the bank, it should actually inspire the bank to even like give you something. If you are really serious, it has to inspire others, right? So from there you take action. The year that we are entering into, the year 2022, it's a very dangerous year for those who are just saying whatever, yeah, whatever shall be, shall be. You need to plan your things well. You need to stop gambling, right? You have to start planning, and you have to plan to win. So the first step that you have to do, you have to define where will you play your games? Where will you play your plan? So your plan should actually detail the focus of your effort. It has to actually detail the focus of your effort. Remember, you cannot be a jack of all trades. You cannot do everything. You cannot be everywhere. But you can do something and be somewhere. So I want you to master that. That you cannot do anything. I mean, like, you cannot do everything. You cannot be a carpenter, a builder, a paver, an accountant, a teacher, whatever. No, right? And you cannot be everywhere. You cannot be in South Africa, you cannot be in Zimbabwe, you cannot be in the United States, you cannot be in Canada. But remember, you can be somewhere, right? And you can do something. So you have to define your arena of greatness. You have to define your arena of greatness. You have to do it with a confident faith, right? And define where exactly you are actually going to play, right? And the rule number 2 is you have to know how are you going to play. How will you play? So on the how part, you are supposed to define your ground rules. What will guide what you are going to do, right? Remember, if you are going to play rugby, you cannot actually take a tennis racket, you know. Or if you are going to swimming, you have to make sure that you've got a swimming costume, right? You cannot go with a racket and having a tennis mindset whilst you are going to play rugby or basketball. You would disappoint fans, you would disappoint many people, right? So how will you pay? It depends on the game that you're actually going to play, or on the business that you're actually going to do, right? So the how part is very, very, very important. And you have to also know, how am I going to play to win? Am I going to be successful in this type of business? This is just motivation. I'm just trying to motivate you as we are finishing 2021 and entering 2022. Right. Remember, it is better to actually lose with a plan to win, right, than to fail to plan, right? Because you've already concluded that you are losing. So remember, it is actually better to actually lose with a plan. And remember, winning is actually a birthright. God wants you to win. You were not created to be a loser. And why should you be a loser? Why should you be a loser? So you have to supposed to position yourself to win. You're supposed to prepare to win. Set your mind on winning, because like what I said, winning is your birthright, and you are supposed to be an incurable optimistic. But for you to actually win, you have to build your capacities, right? It is not just enough to be optimistic, but you have to atone for a lack of capacity, right? You have to develop your capacities. You have to upgrade yourself. You have to develop yourself, right? You are the delivered vehicle. You can be just like MacD, like me when I was in Zoom. I say to myself, I am the delivery vehicle. Yeah, there was nothing that I couldn't like deliver, right? Whether to shops, whether to people, whether it might be grains, whether it might be anything, right? So you have to develop your capacities, right? If you are lacking something in terms of knowledge, you are supposed to learn. Learn, don't stop to learn. Learn until you have mastered something, right? If you need to enroll for a workshop, yeah, I actually encourage you to actually enroll for that workshop. If you need to go for a course, yeah, you're supposed to go for a course, because an optimistic without capacity, he suffers from delusion. So if you are just an optimistic without capacity, you have to know that definitely you are going to suffer from delusion. So it's very, very important to build your strength and capacities, right? You have to learn daily and win in every way, right? And for you to win, you are supposed to build your capacities. You are supposed to build your learning agenda for the year, for the month, for the week, and you have to commit to reading books. Usually, books are aligned with wealth. Yeah, if there is something that is not yet perfect, work on it without excuses. If there is something that you cannot still do, determine to master it. Remember, mastering is actually the seed of greatness. If you want to be great, you have to master. Even if you want to be a very good employee, you have to know that you're supposed to master something. And if there is something that keeps on dragging you, if there is something that you feel no is not actually taking me to where I want to be, address it. Never be content to be an empty shell with delusion of grandeur. Determine that this year will be the best year. Determine that 2022 will be the best year for you. Dream big and bold. Plan and play according to your plan, right? The next year that we are getting it is the year that we are getting into. It's the next year that you're talking about. So you have to quit procrastination. You have to launch your greatness, and you have to threaten with massive action. Go for greatness. Greatness is waiting for you. You have to launch your greatness, challenge your limit, and reinvent your life. You don't have to be comfortable where you are. You don't need to be comfortable where you are, right? This year, maybe you might have disrupted yourself, right? Say to next year, I want to start a new upward trend into a territory that I've never been before. You understand? Right. So a year does not just become, it becomes what you want. You choose, you define what your way want. You write your resolutions, right? And then you start to follow them one by one. You write them down. Like me, I write, if you want something, write your plans and you tick them one by one. Shape it in your thoughts, right? You have a clear vision, you have a clear dream that is so exciting to follow, right? So you will see that dream each and every day. You will live every day with a passion. Have a clear vision and work every day to achieve that vision. Life is too big to be boring, my friend. Life is not boring. You've got plenty to do, right? There is so much to challenge. There is so much to challenge. You have to challenge your faith. You have to challenge your creativity. You have to challenge your potential. So you have to plan the things that you will celebrate next year. This year we are actually approaching the end of 2021, so I'm just trying to motivate you as we are entering 2022, so that you become successful, you achieve your dreams. Life becomes so interesting. We were born to be winners. It's actually God's desire for you to be successful. So these are just motivational speeches for you to plan well, to detail your vision. Everyone has been created with his own talent, right? We are all unique. I am Tish, right? You are you. We are different, but God wants us to achieve something. We thank you. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, we invite you to subscribe to our channel so that once we upload your video, you get a notification. Have a fantastic day. Be blessed when you are going in and we are going out. Thank you so much. Away.